Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have Joshua Rungee and Greg Morganfield. They're with Lonestar 811, which is a little different than 911.
It's call 811 so you don't have to call 911.
Call 811 so you don't have to call 911. So what is Lonestar 811? And first off, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's 811?
Okay.
Lonestar 811 is we are one of the two notification centers here in Texas where we process locate requests. They call us, they file a locate request online.
Sure.
And before they do any digging projects, and then we send out the notification to the facility owners so they can have the lines marked to protect those facilities.
So this is where, obviously we do real estate, right? So in a given house, you have like a 5 foot, right, Bob? Maybe easement. Like easement in the back. People don't understand when they close, like why they can't put stuff back there. Like
Exactly.
they just, and sometimes they realize, but before they do anything, because we've had clients that have actually done like concrete slab workshops and stuff like that, or sheds without calling y'all. And it could be costly, and they can actually get in trouble, a little bit of trouble too, right?
Yes, they can. And also, excuse me, when the utilities go to work on the lines or whatever, and they're using that easement, if something is on that easement, they can remove it, and they are not required to replace it.
And it's the cost of the
homeowner.
of the owner, right?
Exactly.
So what are these easements being used as? What kind of stuff are you protecting in these before they dig?
Gas lines, electric lines,
right?
Telephone, cable TV, and then water and sewer. Unfortunately, not all water and sewer companies have to be part of the system,
right?
But those are also what are in the easements,
as
we speak. And it's not just where you can't use the phone to call, because obviously, like here, with the telecom lines, it runs your system. So if these go down, then your show goes down, and that's not a good thing.
Right.
So say I'm putting a pool in my backyard.
Yeah.
Can you walk me through the process of what I would expect if I called you?
Well, Bob, you can only afford above ground, to be honest, dude. So no, I'm just kidding, but go ahead.
Yeah. What you're going to do is 2 days before you start digging, you need to call. And the 2 days do not include weekends or any state holidays. So once you call, what's going to happen is the notification is going to go out to the facility owners, like your gas, your power, your telephone, your cable TV. They're going to come out and they're going to send a locator out that are marked. That's when you're going to get the orange, yellow, red paint on the ground with the flags. And that's going to tell you the approximate location of where the utilities are. Now, once you get that, you also need to understand that it's not just, hey, this is directly underneath that paint. It might be within a tolerant zone because of the different stuff in there. So what you have to do is then you have to respect those marks, and you have to make sure they're not there. Now, if you're putting in a pool, an in-ground pool, because that's just how you roll, that's great. That's awesome. You need to get with the pool company to have them move the lines if they're in the way, and that would be when you would contact those facility owners themselves to get them moved. There might be a cost. I don't know. That's not in part of the whole system. Our part of the system is just to make sure that
they're there.
You know they're there, so you don't disrupt service or, God forbid, somebody to get hurt.
Is there a fee for using your service?
It's free 90 free.
Cool.
It is free 99. It is 100% paid for by the facility. They pay us to contact them. They pay the locators to have it marked. There is no charge to call, no charge to have those lines marked at all. It is a free service because they figure it's less expensive for them to have it marked than have to go out and repair it.
So after I call to set up this awesome above ground pool for Bob, so what should I expect? What's the process?
Process is that you're going to get 2 locate requests, one from both 811 centers.
Right.
You just make the one call. We do all the work on the backside.
Right.
You're going to have 2 lists of entities that have to mark their facilities.
Right.
Once those facilities are marked, you just respect them and don't cut into them.
Yeah.
And then you can do whatever you need to do, whether it be put in the above ground pool or plant the rose bush or, even put in a regular
dig up that body.
Dig up that body.
If you're digging up a body, you might want to be calling 911 too.
911 and 811.
We might let them know as well.
Yeah. And we were joking earlier, but that's not unheard of, right?
No, it has happened that if they have to do investigations of stuff like that, or even when the police force, if something happens to them, they have to bear them because they are an officer of the law as well. that does get called to either bury or exhume bodies. It's not a regular, but it does happen.
For sure. Those are the weird calls, but they happen sometimes. Cool. And so, when should people be calling? Like, how far in advance from a project should they say, like, okay, I'm thinking about putting up a shed, or like, how much time do y'all need on the back end?
And that's a good question, because that's where the planning comes in.
Sure.
It takes at least 2 working days.
Okay.
We run on a 48-hour period, excluding weekends and holidays.
Right.
Okay, so that's where your planning come in. You know, if you plan on doing something on a Monday, you don't want to call it in on a Friday and think you can start working on a Monday.
Gotcha.
You know? So you plan thinking about those two
working days.
Working days, right.
Gotcha.
Right. And that gives the locators time to come out and get those lines.
I'll let you guys do all the back end work. Cool. So if anyone's looking to do any kind of, pretty much almost anything in your house that's outside of your structure, call 811 and you'll get Lonestar 811, and they will walk you through getting that dead body underground as soon as humanly possible. But for more information, obviously just call 811. Take a quick break. This is Bobby and JJ Radio.